So, going back to my magazine, like I said, I'm doing an independent magazine, and I base this off two. They're kind of midway in terms of independent magazine, because Film Comment is it's not as well known, but includes a lot of big stars. I like to see Tom Hanks, and Shortlist is a bit more modern, as you can see by the sort of colour scheme and the high definition photo. But again, isn't as well known. So as you can see, mine is basically taking a lot of inspiration from Film Comment. I choose the same black and white colour scheme, a very similar layout. However, obviously to make sure it fitted around my image, this changed slightly. I had a very similar font. It's not exactly the same, but the font throughout the cover lines is slightly different to the masthead. I did do a blog post on why I changed it, but basically it was all very samey. But I didn't want to choose a fancy title like Film Comment or Shortlist, as it just didn't fit right. I also took the idea of formal attire. However, I did switch this up by using one of Emil's hen within the tie. From Short, we use the idea of Mims again, and the one point of attention. In the Shortlist magazine, you can see his fingers have been elongated and twisted, which is strange, and I think it's all part of the Fantastic Four cover line. But mine, instead of distorting my character, I thought I'd sort of like intensify his talent. So through that, I use a piano tie, but it's still quite subtle, especially since it would be black and white anyway. It fits perfectly well with my colour scheme. So moving on to development, I developed my magazine by coming up with my own unique selling point, and it took me a while to come up with this cover line, believe it or not. The Boy Who Had Nothing relates to both Dan as a character, but also the actor himself, Rob, because Rob is an upcoming actor. It's his first film, so he had nothing and now has everything. He'll become well known from this, or well, believe hope. And in the trailer, Dan has nothing. He had no support from his family, no friends, no confidence. Yeah, kind of as a spoiler, kind of not. He does achieve his very best. Another thing that I developed was I added a drop shadow to my character, because when I put the image straight on, it looked very flat, because I definitely wanted to keep the flat grey frame, just to contrast more against the black suit and his very dark hair. So the drop shadow really helped him stand off the page, and especially the fact that he overlaps the grey frame, again adding another layer of depth. And again, like I said before, the use of the piano tie was something I developed, because it wasn't just a simple black and white tie, because I feel like that would be very just normal to look at. The piano tie adds a little bit of a personal element, which I really like. And also, in the other magazine front covers, you can see that no barcodes and marcodes have been used, and I know most magazines, so I had to put them on along with a price, issue number, and date. These are all very minimal to see, because you don't need they're not the biggest thing you see on a magazine, but they are definitely still there. I kind of developed from top. They have 3 cover lines in red. I'm sort of the same with Shortlist. I'm doing 7 cover lines, it'd be eventually throughout the whole magazine if it was ever to be produced fully. So I did television, stage, and film. Finally, I challenged 2 magazines. Challenged the magazine by using a mid-long shot instead of just a mid shot, and overall, I've done mainstream film magazine by using minimal